Hey guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. Happy April Fool's Day! So it is Monday, and today, of course, was like every other Monday. Not quite so manic, but it was a very busy day today. So it all started off this morning when I forgot my bag in my car. So I went and I got set up and I ran out real quick to go get it. And when I did, sometimes people think it's funny when you're in a garage to honk because like it echoes and it scares the person. There is this one gentleman that I know that did it this morning. And so of course naturally I'm there and it's, really early in the morning and I'm not fully awake yet. I haven't had my coffee. So all of a sudden I hear, I'm just getting my bag and all of a sudden I hear beep, I'm like, oh, really? And so of course I jump like a freaking alley cat, like 5 feet in the sky. And of course he's like, oh, and I'm like, really? Like who does that? So that's how my day started. Then I had to work on error reports, which I was working on most of the day today. Thank goodness I got everything done like I wanted to. Then I had to work on my evaluation. So we have to kind of brag about ourselves when we do evaluation, and it's evaluation time. So I had to go back, and thank goodness I take very good records, and I pull out all of the classes that I did and all of the one-on-ones that I did. I keep a log of every time I do that, and I also keep like a sheet because whenever I meet with a provider, I will write down all the topics that we talked about, and I'll put on there, you received this training on this day with me, and I'll put all of my contact information in, and I said, if you have any questions, please reach out, and if not, if I'm unavailable, please contact my supervisor, and I put her information, and I sign it once I'm done with my one-on-one spiel with my provider, and then the provider signs it. So I get a copy, they get a copy, and everybody's happy. This way, all of my bases are covered. So when it comes down to, did I get told about this or not? Yeah, it's right here, and you signed it. So I mean that's kind of a CYA, So just to make sure everything is square. So I was pulling all of those out, and I was thinking today, I was like, gosh, I've done a lot of these. But you know what? It really does show in my provider's documentation. So, it's okay. I think that it's permissible to do that, especially right now, because you always want to make sure that they get credit for everything that they are doing. So what did I do this weekend? So of course I'm getting excited about convention. Yes, and I know I already started the countdown. So we are officially, today it is September 14th is when the pre-convention kicks off, and convention kicks off on the 15th of September. So it is 166 days till pre-convention on the 14th and 167 days until the kickoff for convention, which is on 15th of September. So for the AHIMA 2019 Health Data and Information Conference, I keep wanting to call it convention. It's conference this year. We are 166 days officially before pre-convention. So countdown is on. And I ordered my Chicago Visitors Guide over the weekend. So I went to choosechicago.com and I ordered the visitor's guide, so hopefully I'll be able to see all of the good things that they have available during that time. So I'm not getting excited at all. I mean, no, I'm not excited in the slightest. So anyway, yes, and so registration I didn't see was open quite yet because I went to the website today, naturally, ahima.org, and they just have just the regular information out right now. They don't even have like all the information I was talking about before, where they have where I was talking about early registration. They don't even have that up there right now. So I think they're just redoing it so all of the information can be up. So be sure to check back on the website ahima.org for more information, and the latest up-to-date information can be found there on conference. I will break myself out of that habit of saying convention. It's been convention this whole time, so I have to say conference now. So, anyway, but yes, that was it. That was my day. I really wanted to talk about like some test taking tips. And this is just like personal advice, okay? Aside from all of the technical stuff, you've got all the technical stuff taken care of, okay? This is just all the little last minute personal advice. If you are about to go take your certification exam, any certification exam, just some words of advice, okay? You got this. That's the first word of advice, okay? So I think a lot of times, like, our attitude towards anything is what gets us in the long run, okay? So if your attitude is fear and worry and scared, they're useful, right? Because it motivates us, but at the same time, it's like, just know that you've done the best that you can to prepare yourself, and now it's time to just let it all shine. So I know it is nerve-wracking. It is very nerve-wracking, but you kind of have to put that on the back burner and just know that you are ready. If you've already prepared for your test, and you've taken your all your registration stuff, and you've gotten your date, and your date is set, and you're ready to go, you're ready. Okay, so find out where you're going. Make sure. I did that. I did a land nav. I call it land nav, just to make sure I knew where I was going. So I went the night before just to check, to make sure I knew where to go. Get plenty of rest. Okay, that is another thing too. If you are stressed out and worried and you don't get enough rest, it's kind of counterproductive if you are not resting, okay, like you should. I personally, before I sat for my CCA, I literally stopped studying 3 days before my exam. I stopped, because at that point you've already done all the studying that you can. And for me, I'm the type of person that if I cram at the last minute, I do terribly. So I just said, I can stop. Because I'm gonna know all I know now. I mean, there's nothing that I can learn in 3 days that I haven't already been studying for and working hard to commit to mind. So that's just another thing to consider. If you're one of those, don't make yourself nervous at the last minute trying to cram and look for dates and things like that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, just know that you got it. It'll be okay. And that's not just certification exams. That's any exam, really. Any good exam advice would be just to relax, and you got it. Make sure that you are not you're dressed comfortably. You want to make sure that you can be warm but yet cool at the same time. So I always suggest light layers whenever you're going in for testing, because if you have like a long sleeve, you can just kind of roll them up, because you want to make yourself as comfortable as you can. If you are the type that has to have breakfast in the morning, make sure you get up in enough time to have breakfast so that you have your mind fueled and ready to go. But the thing to remember is you got it. Okay, if you have a good attitude and you go in there, and of course sometimes that doesn't always work, okay, and sometimes nerves get the best of folks, but that's okay. If anything else happens, just take it again. Of course you may have to pay for it again, but that's okay. Just do it. You'll be able to pass. If you just relax and you just take just take everything that you've learned and just know that you're ready. That's my advice. So try not to be nervous, okay? because you have plenty of time to be nervous later on when you're looking for a job, like I did. So, but yes, don't worry. Just try to just relax as much as you can and don't put too much pressure on yourself. And if anything else, like I said, just take it one step at a time and just relax and know that you got it. So that was my pep talk for today. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you so much for all of yous and all the feedback this over the weekend. That was really awesome. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you all have had a great Monday, and hopefully no one fooled you because it was April Fool's or scared you like that man did me this morning, which was not cool, okay? Not cool. That's one of my pet peeves, is when people scare me. I hate when people like jump out and like, rah! I can't stand it. It literally irritates me. That is like the fastest way to irritate me, is by trying to scare me. I cannot stand to be scared. So, but anyway, as I said, please like and subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.